Hello, and thank you for joining me on this very, well, in Britain, middle of the night, random, unexpected, unplanned live stream. Hopefully, you can hear me all right. There'll be some music in the background. Rest assured, that is not the actual game. That is merely a trailer that plays on the disc automatically in the menu whilst you're waiting to load the game. Because this is an Xbox 360 copy of the game Hellboy, the Science of Evil. And here we are. Let's get stuck into it. Last time I preambled for a little bit too long, but welcome. Join me as I play Hellboy, the Science of Evil. The music you can hear in the background is the main theme by Michael Beltrami from the first Hellboy film, otherwise unused by the Hellboy franchise. Oh, here's the trailer that I was telling you about. They don't give you long. But welcome. Thanks for joining me in the chat. Let me know who you are, how you're doing, how come you happen to be here at this time of night. This is obviously Halloween season, spooky time. Here's some nice preview of what the game will hold. It's past midnight here in the UK. I'm a little on the sleepy side, but I just thought I'd plug this in, play this, kind of, because I had a little bit of energy, got a cup of tea next to me. Hopefully that caffeine will see me through the next level. Speaking of which, we're pressing start and we're opening the journal. Single player. Continue. Wow, that's amazing. I'm not sure you can see any of that text on your on the live stream. Maybe I should adjust the contrast settings. 25 years ago, Hellboy travels to a remote valley in Okinawa to investigate a curiously shaped fog detected by the Bureau. Sacred Forest, Japan, 1982. Now, I can't remember the controls. Nice. Ron Perlman, class act. Love that guy. Yes, this mist. I think I'm just going to pause because I have a feeling that line about his skin staying on, I think that's from the comic books. I think that might be. It's been a while since I read them, but that's vaguely familiar from the comic books by Mike Mignola. Excellent, by the way. If you've never read them, I thoroughly recommend it. But just for a bit of context for those of you who missed part one or may have forgotten because it was well over 2 weeks ago, the story, such as it is that level one, which went on a while, was Hellboy in Romania, I think, or Transylvania, one of the two, in the present day, chasing a witch, fighting a witch who'd been up to no good. And at the end of the level, just as he had thought he'd defeated the witch, a certain familiar face from the first film, Karl Ruprecht Krönen, Nazi extraordinaire, brought back to life by his mechanical self-mutilation, knocked Hellboy out. Hellboy fell down, and in a very abrupt cut, that cutscene, we then shifted to this cutscene where he's in Japan in 1982. And it's weird now that I play it for, like the third time? It's been a while since I played this, but I've played it twice before. I'm now wondering if actually this would have been well suited to the era of episodic DLC games, where they release a chapter like every month or something. That form of game. What do you call that form of game? I can't remember. Rather than a single disc where you play it in one go. But yeah, I might just remind myself of the controls. X, 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 X. What a combo. Just press X 5 times. It's ridiculous. Okay. Wow. Investigate the mist by going up the stairs. Ooh, cool Japanese mist and music. Oh, it's a spiritual fox. I'm shooting something. Okay. There's standard ammo, and I've got salt ammo. Can I smash these? Yes, I can. But I don't know why. I think those blue streaks mean I was getting energy, which is that blue spiral in the middle of my HUD display. I like the fact it disappears when you're not in combat. That's kind of cool. I'm just walking around Japan, a forest in Japan. Do I get extra? Oh, heads. Ghosts. Whoa, what are these guys? That was awesome. I mean, that was completely just me button smashing, but still. Button mashing, sorry. Awesome. They are quite scary. I won't lie. Nice. Can't destroy these. Light the lanterns to open the way, said the fox. How do I light the lanterns? I don't shoot them. So that lantern is on. A stone lantern, apparently. Looks like the Shankara stone from Indiana Jones. No, I don't want to shoot it. How do I light the lantern? Let's follow the fox. Perform a grapple finisher. Oh, I can't remember what that is. It's been weeks since I played this. Okay. Okay. Oh. No. How? Am I grappling? Why? Nice. That's a cool finisher. Okay, so he got up again. But how do I pick up his staff? Fine. Let's just keep doing this. This is fun. How do I pick up his weapon? Oh, for crying out loud. So that's how, yeah. Left trigger to pick up the bamboo sticks. Oh, he's midair. Useful. I can't grapple him because he's in midair. This is going to take ages. So I need to position myself in such a way as to do a grapple finisher. So when he flashes grey, that's when I can do a finisher. Right. Oh, X is the finisher. But his staff has gone again. How am I supposed to pick up his staff? I'm so confused. Because here's an object, bamboo canes. I can pick them up by pressing left trigger. What? How do I grab this stick off him? Ay, caram. Okay, let's just have a look at those controls again. Grab RT, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, right. I keep saying left trigger, but I mean right trigger. Strike X. Throw RT. Air slam. Finishes B. I've been pressing B. Haven't I? Oh, maybe I'm not pressing B. Alright. There's separate controls for the weapons you can pick up, like the bamboo pole. Right, okay, let's try that again. So it's B. I want to press B. This is gonna take ages. At this rate, the way I'm playing this. I accidentally threw him. Ah, there we go. That's how you do it. I wasn't pressing B. That simple. Oh, now there's another one. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, how dare you. Right, grapple finisher. Finished, and it tears them apart, which is really cool. There we go. And we're through. And that was just the first stage. This will be a long... I don't know what I just did, but it was awesome. And where's the lantern that I'm meant to light? Here it is. Oh, there's a bit of a tree. It's quite fun to be picking up weapons and using them against the original people. Oh, hitting multiple enemies at once? That's awesome. Well, I lit that lantern, so... Where's... Oh, I'd have to set those on fire or something. They lit up in a way that suggested they're interactive. Boof. What's this thing? Oh, there's more guys over here and another lantern. Okay. Well, they were very helpfully just waiting. I need to grab this guy and... Come on. I didn't mean to... Oh, come on. Oh, this is tedious. I love their arrival, though. There's floating heads that turn into ghosts. Turn into people. It is pretty awesome. I just need to isolate one of them. So then I can... Right. Okay, come over here. Let me fight you. Oh! That's not what I expected. Wait till he's weak enough to grab. And then we do the finisher. Rip him apart and take his weapon off him. There we go. Oh, cool. Is that meant to be a Nazi truck? Huh, that's kind of cool. So is that where the plot is, such as it is, back in 1982, Japan, when there were Nazis here? I feel like I meant to destroy those things. There's the fox on the other side of this gate, but the gate isn't opening. But I lit both lanterns. What's going on? What? I lit that lantern. Oh, I missed the lantern. I've killed all the enemies. No. I can't progress. Oh, this is crazy. Who designs this level? Who does this? Oh, ammo. That's useful. So what kind of ammo was that? Firefly. Magic fireflies to light magic lanterns. Is it wrong that this kind of makes sense? Oh, that's neat. That's neat. Nice. That's a cool touch. The Mask of Eternity. Hi, welcome to the chat. Have you seen the new Hellboy movie? If so, was it good? I haven't, sadly. I was really hoping to before I did this part 2 of the live stream. I almost had the chance, but didn't work out. So that's a shame. I haven't heard good things. I admit what I've seen of it doesn't encourage me. I will watch it when it comes around. But yeah, sadly didn't get to see it in cinemas. And is it on streaming yet? Yeah. If anyone else happens to be watching has seen the new Hellboy movie, yeah, let me know. Oh, let's not do that. Okay, let's just... Need to get some health back. So let's just smash some of these people. So another question. If you haven't seen it, are you interested in seeing the new Hellboy movie? I think it has potential, but honestly, the fact that it's directed by the guy who did, is it Crank? And Crank 2? No, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, that's it. I'm like, there's definitely joy in those films, absolutely. But that's not what I want from a Hellboy movie, you know? I want atmospheric horror. Grab him, Hellboy, and do the thing. Finish out. I love that, like tearing their heads off. Mask of Eternity says, I've noticed you guys don't stream as often. Was there a big decline after the last channel? When you say last channel, do you mean the channel that shall not be named, or do you mean Uncovered, our second channel of kind of little documentaries? Let's kill this guy. Because the answer is yes, there was a big decline after both. As you probably remember, the channel that shall not be named, way back in 2019 when that ended, we had nearly 2 million subscribers, and we had loads of fun making videos, and we're trying to do some new exciting things with documentaries, some of which you might see again, actually. In fact, this very week, a documentary that we made way back when on the channel that should not be named might be published on our new second channel, Uncovered. Blast from the past, something that otherwise is unavailable, but now that we've managed to get hold of it, and we will publish it. So stay tuned. Keep your eye on Uncovered, our second channel, on Friday, Halloween weekend, of course. So thanks for asking. Yeah, it was cutscene. The graphics are not good enough for an extreme close-up like that. Couldn't make out anything. Oh, boss fight. Or mini-boss, I guess. Okay. It looks like he's got some kind of parry move. Ah! But he's flashing, which is probably a good sign. Yeah, there we go. Got him. Okay, so he was tough, but he wasn't exactly... These guys are so tedious. Right, let's get this guy, who's stuck, but still able to hit me from a distance with his stupid spear. Can I grab him? Apparently not. I need to grab him to get his weapon off him. Oh, there's so many bugs in this. I mean, it's a game of its time, I guess. Finishing move to grab his weapon off him. I love how he rips their head off. Nice. And the game seems to be programmed in such a way that these enemies just keep coming as long as I haven't moved out of the area. Just endless spawning. Need to get some health back. There we go. This is a health finisher. Or it's not, apparently. Does my health regenerate? Do I get health back? Also, these things look like they're meant to be interacted with, but they're not. What's going on? Aha. Can I grab them? Oh. I can use them as weapons. Nice. And I can knock the top of a statue with it. Sweet. So yeah, what we got? Mask of Eternity says, "Oh, nice. I hope you guys the best." Oh, thank you. Absolutely love your content. Also, the game has no audio. Lol. No audio. Oh shit. Pardon my French. Well, that's very embarrassing. I wonder why. How's that? Is that any better? Maybe I'll just turn it down too low. I don't know if the audio on the game is there. I turned the volume down because last time I thought the level was a bit high, but that's fine. Thanks for letting me know. So, in terms of going back to your question, Mask of Eternity, about not streaming as often, that's just an unhappy accident of us being a bit disorganized. So when we started Twitch streaming, it was very much a commitment to do it all together. But when there's three of us and we've all got different schedules, we've got different jobs, and family commitments, so we just it became increasingly difficult. So then I started doing some streaming on my own because I had some time, and I did a really good run a couple of years ago. I don't know if you remember, where I was streaming board games, digital versions and real versions. I managed to do it once a week for a couple of months, I think, and then something happened that just completely derailed all that. something in the family just kind of completely changed, or rather completely interrupted my ability to do that regular streaming. And then since then, again, circumstances have changed, and getting a regular streaming going has been tough. But it all really stems from the very earnest and honest intention. By us to always, work together and play games together, but it just doesn't work out. It's made more difficult by we're not on the same console. So I've got an Xbox 360, Xbox 360 right now, but I'm a PS4. I haven't upgraded to the Series X or the PS5. Alex is a PC gamer. Martin's on the PS5. So although crossplay exists, there are very few games that we can actually play together. So we just need to make each other just stream more often, basically. But Halloween's always a good time of year to stream some spooky games. Ooh, these ones got gold banners. Are they different? Are they stronger? Mask of Eternity says, yes, I remember that, and you read some books too. Great reading voice you have there. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I have a whole other YouTube channel, Robin Reads Audiobooks. If you haven't checked it out and you enjoy listening to me read things, then please head over there. It's me reading some of my favourite Victorian fiction, some older stuff. Oh, it's a Nazi! Or it's not actually. Or it is. A rusting piece of machinery with a scorched handprint across its face. Wonder if it came with a warranty. So this is Hellboy's notes, I guess. Nazi robot. Nice. I can't remember what I used the energy for. Special attacks? Interestingly, do I press X to interact? Or do I press... There we go. I don't know if you noticed, but that close-up of the Nazi and the truck earlier that we saw, the swastika was just an X. So I'm playing the European version of this game, which was censored because in Germany it's illegal to have a swastika. So they swapped it out for just a generic cross on the armbands, and the insignia on the Nazis in this game is not the swastika, even though it should be. And it's only because of Germany. But because it was easier for them to just print the same copies of the game in Germany as in the rest of Europe, everyone in Europe, like me, who has a copy of this game, has the censored version, which is kind of sad. I don't know if it's the same for the digital version anymore. Maybe they've changed that rule. A curious card. A familiar logo from the BPRD files. Seems like these things got their just desserts. So Lobster Johnson, that's his sign, killed these Nazis. Mask of Eternity says, is this game based off the comics or movies? Good question. So this is a movie tie-in game. This came out in 2008, I think, to tie into Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. Hence, Ron Perlman is given the voice of Hellboy. And the other playable characters in this, in the co-op version, are Abe Sapien and Liz Sherman, who are the characters from the films. And they are both voiced by the actors from the films. So Selma Blair and Doug Jones. So officially this is a movie tie-in. But this whole story, each level, is very much inspired by the comics. Like one of the comic stories is the inspiration for each of these levels. So this is probably inspired by the short story Heads, where Hellboy goes to Japan and fights some floating heads, which admittedly, oh my gosh, there's loads of these people. The short story doesn't have all these big people with spears, but haha, they were flying. Get his weapon, which will be hopefully more useful. Nice. Oh, what? It. Oh my gosh! It destroyed the spear, which I need to light these lanterns. Okay, use the bullets instead. And top up the ammo. But I can only have 7. So yeah, are you a fan of the movies, Mask of Eternity? Or the comics even? Which one do you prefer? I love the comics. I'm really, really big fan. I much prefer them to the movies. I think the movies are fine. I obviously haven't seen the new one. I actually quite enjoy the 2019 one with David Harbour, which was meant to be Hellboy 3 with Ron Perlman, but then it got repurposed into a weird reboot that isn't good, but also isn't as bad as everyone says it is. You know, it's like, it's not that bad. It's just kind of, I'm stuck behind. Oh my gosh, that's so lame. Stuck behind the destructible objects that you're meant to destroy in order to progress. Smooth gameplay. Smooth. Interestingly, I found the previous level, I didn't struggle much with bugs. It played pretty well. But this one so far, this second level of the game, I'm finding a lot of little kinks. The kind of kinks that threaten to, you know, if they go really badly, it could break the game for me, you know? Obviously nothing game breaking has happened yet. What is that? I'm about to die. And I'm dead. How do I defeat these guys? There isn't a trick, you just bash them. Mask of Eternity says, just rewatched all the movies last week. I've been meaning to get to the comics, but don't know where to start. Well, my first question is, have the first 3 movies, and did you see the animated movies as well, and did you see the new movie? I'm guessing not, because you asked me if I'd seen it earlier, and whether it was good. Cool though that you did a marathon, and I'm happy to keep that kind of marathon spirit alive with this live stream. The comics, you start with the first one. It's called Hellboy: Seed of Destruction. I think you can buy or borrow from online, the library. Omnibuses. They've printed. Oh, a lot of comic book companies have, in recent years, got into printing omnibus collections of certain eras of comics. But the Dark Horse, who published the Hellboy comics, have really done a fantastic job. Like, easily the best omnibus editions out there of any graphic novels, in my humble opinion. They've collected all the Hellboy stories and BPRD stories into these massive volumes in chronological order, which is also the order in which they were written and published, pretty much. So yeah, I would say go to that first. Absolutely. Oh, that was easy. What? That's so weird. That's so weird. We literally said it at the same time. Does that make this a great game? Because it made me feel the way the character feels? Surreal. So yeah, read the comics. I highly recommend it. And just read the ones written by Mike Mignola, and drawn by Mike Mignola, starting with Seed of Destruction. And I think the omnibus edition that collects the first 3 or 4 stories, or maybe it collects the first couple of stories and all the early short stories. I think it might be called Seed of Destruction or Plague of Frogs or something like that. Yeah. I guess I just keep walking along here. walking through endless Japan. I know we're meant to be in a forest, a mysterious, magical forest. I love that I can pick up stuff like this and just bash enemies with it. I wonder if their attacks hurt each other, because this sonic attack is quite annoying. See, for a tie-in game, it didn't need to be like have this much kind of detail put into it. I'm sure it was bad for the time as brawlers go. I'm sure there are many. Ah, nice. I need health. You're supposed to get health by certain enemies. You can kill them in such a way that gives you health, but this, lol. Oh, I need to kill the enemy to make it safe to progress. But let me go back and get some ammo first. Nope, that's the wrong button. There we go. Let's go kill this guy. I didn't know there were animated movies, says Mask of Eternity, but I'll have to see those too. I thought Dark Horse went under. Did they go under? What? I did not know that. I'm going to have to check in on that. I hope they didn't. I can't imagine... Well, I mean, they just made a Hellboy movie, so... I'm sure whatever comics Dark Horse published have all been bought by somebody. Oh, that's a shame, because Dark Horse were fantastic. They really were. They had lots of great... What? It's still locked. Lots of great comics like Hellboy. Because they fully supported the creators. They were very respectful of the creators. Possibly too respectful in some instances. And yeah, they had real respect for the medium and for fans as well, making sure that you published really high quality stuff. Always printed on the best paper with the best technology available. Always nicely bound. Like I say, these omnibus editions by Dark Horse were the best in the business. Why is that locked? Is the guy who fell down here still going? See, that water animation is actually really nice. I think so for the time. Like, look at the ripples around him. That's really cool. Why is this locked? What have I... So to unlock the gates, you have to light all these lanterns. There's 3 lanterns. I've lit them all. I've killed all the enemies, seemingly, so that shouldn't be an issue. Is there a lantern I've missed somewhere back here? Or an enemy I've left undefeated? There's a lantern. I lit that lantern. No, edge of the map. Yeah, I recommend the animated movies, by the way. They're good. There's only a couple of them. Ron Perlman does the voice as the Selma Blair, and John Hurt returns, R.I.P., to play Professor Broom, Hellboy's adopted dad. The second one in particular is really good. The first one is set in Japan, and the second one is set in Romania with vampires. It's really good. The second one. Great for Halloween. Mask of Eternity says, my bad, I just looked it up. They were bought out by Embracer Group, which is inauspicious because they do a terrible job with their acquisitions. Oh no. I hate the economy that we've built, where it's all about building yourself up to a point where you can, in order to continue, you need to be bought by something bigger, and you get these things that exist, and all they do is buy things and then strip them and sell them. Folks, I'm not going to lie, I'm not sure what I need to do to progress We may have reached our first bug. I've lit the lanterns, those glowing rock things. I've defeated seemingly all the enemies. What more can I do? This might be a short stream, folks. Let's just keep going. Follow the river. See if there's something I've missed. I don't think there is, though. I think that's just a bug. I think it's just bugged out. Well. Great. It's a great sign. Well, I was hoping this to be at least a 2-hour session, but it might have to be a sub 1 hour session because it's kind of late. I'm kind of tired. I don't really feel like playing through that level again just to unlock this. Let's exit the game because that's clearly not working. Thanks for looking that up, by the way. Mask of Eternity. Thanks for that. Sphere, where do we end up again? Excuse me. But you're supposed to be able to defeat enemies in such a way as to regain health, but that's every time I try to use that combo, it doesn't work. Okay, we're back here. Mask of Eternity says, no worries, get some rest. I look forward to the next stream. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, yeah, I'm going to have to play through this again, but maybe next time I shall, and I promise I will, start a bit earlier so I've got more stamina, and I'll play a good session, 2 or 3 hours, and try to finish this Japan section, and then after that, well, actually, I don't know what comes after that. I think it's a longer game than it seems. Again, I feel like as licensed games go, this game doesn't get enough credit. They put a lot of effort into this and possibly had a bigger budget than usual, although it looks like they probably didn't have a big budget but did a lot with what they had. There's a lot of good facial animations going on. There's great voice acting, some surprisingly good writing, even if the plot is non-existent. Lovely level design, like the art direction is gorgeous. It's a fantastic it exists in this great place between the films and the comics. There's clearly a lot of love put into it because of the inspiration taken from the films and the comics. It's not been half-assed in terms of the source, the inspiration that they find for the games. And of course, they got the actors from the movie. The only places where I think this game, and I say this having played it before, feels like a classic tie-in game that's had corners cut, is that bizarrely there are 3 playable characters: Hellboy, Liz Sherman, and Abe Sapien, who are in the films. And in single player, you can only play as Hellboy. It's the only thing you can do. In co-op, which is only local co-op because they didn't support online co-op for this game, despite it coming out in 2008, and online co-op was doable. You can only play as Abe Sapien. Sorry, you can play as Abe Sapien and Liz Sherman, both of whom are voiced by the actors who play them in the movie. But I think one of them, and I think it's Liz Sherman, has like 3 lines of dialogue and she just repeats them ad nauseam. And the other one is Abe Sapien, who has a bit more. So it feels like they either intended to have them as playable characters in the single player campaign, but they didn't have the time to mechanically to program that in and not break the game, or they only ever intended them to be co-op, but had like 5 minutes with the actors, and therefore Selma Blair says the same 3 lines again and again and again. Or they did have all the time they needed, and they like recorded days and days of dialogue, and then in the end they were like, "Oh, we don't have time to animate these cutscenes or to program the triggers for the different lines of dialogue." And there's a bug, and they just repeat the same ones again and again. It's bizarre. It's bizarre. And again, the fact that it's co-op local only, and I'm pretty sure that online co-op existed at this point. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like it did. My memory is that it did. And they just kind of... That's where it feels like a proper licensed game. A tie-in game that's kind of been under-resourced, either in terms of time or money or both. But they did a lot, I think. I think they did a lot. I've got a soft spot for this game. And the gameplay is fine. It's repetitive, but I find all brawlers to be repetitive. The trick with a brawler, I guess, is to unlock new abilities as you go through the game, so that players are constantly being refreshed and getting something new to play with. So far, this game doesn't have that. The controls... You have the same set of controls at the end as you do at the beginning. You get some new funky weapons, and there are several types of ammo, which there are 6 types of ammo which you unlock as you go, and they do different things, but I don't think there's a huge variety. Like the Firefly ammo at the bottom here, you use to shoot those lanterns to unlock the next the gate that blocks you from in your current arena, and that gameplay format was already in the first level, but with a different type of ammo. So just kind of rinse and repeat. It's the same mechanic, it's just slightly different dressing. So yeah, it's I think it's an underrated game in the sense that, as movie tie-ins go, as IP licensed games go, I think it's got a lot more to recommend it, and a lot more love was put into this than most games of its genre. But at the same time, it's a bit ropey. And so far, I've just played... And I'm only on the second level, right? The third area, or fourth area in the second level, and there was a bug that meant I had to restart it. And sadly, I've already got to the point where I'm playing it under circumstances where even after doing it for just 45 minutes, I'm like a bit too tired to play through that again. Play through that again and face a repeat, of it happening at the end of the next level. I think that's it. Like if it weren't 1 a.m, I'd probably be like, yeah, I'll keep going, and if it happens again, I'll just play through it. But I'm like, if I'm going to play again and it's just going to repeat itself and the same bug's going to happen, I'm not sure I'm in the mood. So thank you so much for your time, for joining me for this. I'm sorry this was a much shorter stream than I intended it be, but next time I'll try to start streaming at 9 p.m, so I've got the energy to keep going till midnight at the very least. Good 3-hour session. That's the goal. That's the dream. Assuming my wee one doesn't wake up and need attention. All right. And by that I mean child. I'm not referring to my penis. What a note to end this live stream on. But there you go. That's the gold you get by following Just Interesting. Thank you all for your time. Thank you all for keeping me company. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.